Hello, welcome back. A Squared Gamer here. I am just opening up Crusader Kings 3, so give me a few seconds while it opens up. Actually, I'm going to go grab something to eat really quickly, and then I'll be right back. So just hang on, and I will start streaming about, give me like 2 to 3 minutes. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Have a plate of food right next to me. Um, I just realized I have to edit my stream information. There's the scene, Crusader Kings 3, back by popular demand. Let me edit my stream information. I have to change the title. Crusader Kings 3. I have to change the category to Crusader Kings 3. I have to change the tags to get rid of all the Madden tags, all the NFL tags, all the NFL football tags. And now I have to add Crusader Kings tags, I guess. Crusader Kings 3. And I'll give Paradox a shout out. I'll add them into the tag as well. Why not? That's not a rhetorical question, by the way. If you have a reason for why not, let me know and I'll move that from the tags. But now all of the stream information should be fixed. I see I still have a drops enabled. tag. I did not put that on there. Oh, I just realized the music was muted. I forgot. It's been a while since we played Crusader Kings 3, so I forgot that when I transitioned the scene to Crusader Kings 3, I have to unmute the desktop audio. Because that's how I have that scene set up. The sound you hear is from desktop audio, not from the game. But obviously the desktop audio is getting it from the game, so you know. Just a technical thing with OBS. Okay, looks like everything is set up. Now I have 2 drops enabled tags. Let me refresh my dashboard. Okay, those tags are gone. Good. Okay, we're back at it. Crusader Kings 3. It's been a while. Let me fix the audio here. Let me get into it. Let me grab a bite of my food while we load up the game. I just realized how tough it's going to be for me to eat and also stream this game. Yeah, because this game is going to be mostly me talking, so that one bite is going to have to do for the rest of this stream. Because it looks like I don't think I'm going to grab another bite to eat. Okay, so last stream that we played Crusader Kings 3, we were at war. I am also a entry character, and so I had a couple of schemes going on. One to murder this guy, my religious leader. Is it because he has bad stats? It is because he has bad stats. We want learning to be in the double digits, and if it's not, we kill them. And we wait for the next one, because my religion does not allow me to choose. And then other than murdering him, we have fabricating a hook on this person. And that's just so that once we get the hook, we can demand payment for that hook and make some money. Because my guy being an intrigue guy, you know, 37 intrigue stat. One of the best in the world. I don't know if he's the best, but he's definitely top 3. But because of that, if you look at lifestyle, wealth focus, I got the golden obligations perk, which allows me to demand payment for hooks. Intrigue, I got this truth is relative, which enables me to fabricate hook. And fabricate hook just means make something up to blackmail people over. And then one of these allows me to do something else that is required. This allows me to get +1 more hostile schemes. So that's why I have 2 going on at the moment. And then there's another perk that I need to keep blackmailing people for money, right? I guess not. It's just golden obligations. That's the only one. Wait, I'm currently in a stewardship lifestyle. Golden obligations I got right at the beginning. So now I went into here because I think I want it's my domain so I can extort my subjects. Or is it war profiteer? I went into here for a reason. There's the bad thing about not playing this for a while. I forget what my short-term goals were when I was playing. I still remember my long-term goals though. The goal of this playthrough. Currently we have formed this kingdom, named it Kirong after our family name, Kirong, House Kirong. So that was, we have a couple of duchies. We have the Duchy of Amdo, the Duchy of Konyi, the Duchy of Nima, and I believe Ngamring? No, not Ngamring. We have Nima, Konyi, Amdo, Zadoy. No, we don't have Zadoy. We have the capital of Zadoy, but we don't have the whole duchy. But I think we have Naku. If I look at myself, what are my titles? Petty Kingdom of Nima, Konyi, Amdo. Oh, that's it. I don't have Naku. Okay, so if I click on Naku, she has it. I can usurp it for 250 gold. Who is she? Do I care who she is? Oh, she's not even... She doesn't hold any land in Naku. So how does she have the Duchy of... the Petty Kingdom of Naku? I guess it's because I went to war over it and then I didn't take it. So she just kept it. But yeah, let's usurp that title. I gain 300 prestige. She loses 50 opinion on me, but she's already at minus 47, so I don't care. She loses legitimacy, and it costs me 250 gold. Because I can blackmail people for gold, I have 620, so that doesn't matter to me at all either. So yeah, I will take the title. And now I am the petty king of Naku. I think that just screwed up my succession, but I have to do it because I'm already 73 years old and I'm in poor health. I do have one perk in the learning lifestyle, Know Thyself. So when death of natural cause is 1 year away, you will receive a warning, and I have yet to receive that warning. So I have at least 1 year left of life for this character, but probably not much more than that because I'm already 73. So we have to start taking what we can take. The other duchy is Zadoy. Has not been created. Okay. Why has it not been created? Zadoy already exists. How do you exist? Is it because it's independent? You're in jail. This guy has you in jail. Okay. If I create it. I need 2 counties from that duchy to create the duchy. Okay, so I guess that can be another short-term goal. Nagormo's not gonna like it. But I just gained a new duchy. Naku. Now this one has 2 counties, Baingoin and Naku. I have Naku. I do not have Baingoin. Who has Baingoin? Her. So her son is in line to inherit Aso, as well as his lands, which is Chainza. So this little kid is in line to inherit both of these Aso and Chainza. Are they part of the same duchy? No. But he could inherit Naku. And then I would have to remove this county from him. And then this guy has Nima. Chainza. Oh, this is a mess administratively on who to give it to. So this kid will inherit Nima. Huh. What does my succession look like? Let's take a look gander at that. Because I have 8 and my domain holdings is only a max of 5, so I'm way over my limit. So let's look at my realm. And then succession. My player heir, who's currently 19, he will get the Gyapo, which is the kingdom. He'll get the petty kingdom of Amdo, which is a duchy of Amdo. Then the County of Amdo, which is the capital of the duchy. County of Danglao, which is within that duchy. Nienrong, Yanchipen, all of these are within that duchy. Krandam, I don't think is in the duchy. Neither is this one. Chimaro. Okay, so which ones does he lose? Konchok here gets Konyi. Takma gets Nima. And Mingma, my youngest, gains the County of Naku and the Petty Kingdom of Naku. Mingma is 2. Konchok. What I could do is give Konchok those 2, since he's the second oldest. And he's already 16, so he's an adult. Genius. His betrothed is only 13. I would like to wait until they can get married, and then I'll send him off married. Because if I send him away from my court before he gets married, it's entirely possible he'll break this betrothal. And I do not want that. But I would have to wait 3 years, and I'm not sure I have enough time for that. But either way, he will get the County of Naku and the Duchy of Naku. The County of Naku being the capital of the Duchy of Naku. Yeah, so he will get that. And then Takma. He's also intelligent. Why is he not married yet? She's only 15. She's homosexual, so they might not have children, but she's intelligent, which is why I set him up with her. Because she's intelligent and she has high stats and everything else. So when she's assisting ruler, he'll get a lot of bonuses. Yeah. But that's what we have to focus on now at the end of my lifetime, is making sure that the succession is stable so that there are no succession wars and civil wars and the country or the kingdom falling apart after my death. That's what we have to prevent. Is there any way I can change the law? No, I have to unlock things that have not been unlocked yet. But now we have a plan. We just have to wait 3 years, and then we can give Naku to one son. But I would like for the other sons who are inheriting the other lands to get pieces of that. So Konchok is going to get these 2, which means Takma will get Nima and Mingma will get Konyi. Okay, so I still have one piece of Konyi that I can take. If I go to war with them. But I can't go to war with them, right? Because I have hostage. Okay, it says there's a bunch of unread messages. But that's just because I started the game up, and so all the old messages will become unread. There's nothing new here. Let me just make sure that there are no demand payments that became available, because I have a bunch of hooks, strong hooks, that I've used, and then once a strong hook gets used, you cannot use it again for 5 years. So then 5 years might have passed without me noticing, so it's entirely possible that there actually was an unread message. I just noticed there's a plague down here, but that's far enough away from me that I don't have to care about it. Ooh, what's happening here? Let's control click. Is it control click? Yes, it is. Pagan here has become part of Pala, so Pala has conquered all of this. And they've gotten huge. I'm still pretty big myself, though. Is there anything else I have to do before I unpause? I am being raided I don't see where the raiders are. I think I stopped the raiders before I finished last time. I'm 13%. Why am I losing this war? Oh, they're at war with me over Naku, which I just conquered. Ah, okay, I just remembered what happened. So Nanken over here owned Naku. Nanken was at war with Lhasa. Lhasa was trying to take Naku. I wanted Naku, and I saw that Lhasa was beating Nanken over this county. So I instantly declared war on Nanken to take the county for myself, because my army is bigger than both of theirs. And so I succeeded. I took the county for myself. But now that I own the county, I inherited the war with Lhasa, because they still want the county, and they're still at war for the county. But now Nanken no longer owns it. So Nanken got to be removed from the war, and I inherited that war. That's what's happening. So now I have to come back, and they sieged out Naku while I was fighting off the raiders. And that's why my guys here are turning around. They're doing a U-turn, and they're coming back down to unsiege it, to put it back in my control. So I unpaused now, and that is what's happening. And now Bangoin is under siege? Oh, that's this place, right? Yeah, so this siege, 9 months. That's fine. Let me go down here. Okay, so I have her in my own court trying to find secrets. And the reason I do that is because if there are no secrets to find, she will always offer, if I pay her 50 gold, she will offer to fabricate a hook on someone, aka make something up. And the reason I like that is because if I say no, we should be friends instead, the person she was going to make something up about gains 30 opinion of me. So if I have her find secrets in my court, in my own court, this is a free way to get people to get 30 opinion of me from time to time. Oh, give me a second. For some reason, well, not for some reason, definitely for a reason, but I had a bot in my chat. Okay, that should be cleared. Okay, so yeah, so that's why I have my Spy Master finding secrets, which is one of the things you can have them do. Right here, find secrets. I have them finding secrets in my own court, even if there are no secrets to find, just for this event right here. So I can get people to gain 30 opinion of me from time to time. Okay, and now I have to go break this siege. And if I go to war with them, it's in my territory, so I should have the advantage. It says their men are higher quality, but I have a better commander. I have defensive buildings, again, because it's in my land. More commander traits and more soldiers. So my commander here is awesome. He's got 3-star Master of Logistics. He's got Desert Warrior and Defender. Yeah, he's the only one with 3 commander traits, which is why I like him. He's also my nephew, which is probably another reason why I like him. Organizer helps movement speed. So if it turns into a chase, I will switch the commander to Meepom. But for now, let's go break that siege. Oh, my murder scheme got 5 advantages, which means I can now execute it. Ooh, I have no agents. Ah, I shouldn't have unpaused. I forgot. Okay, let's add some agents. We don't need scheme phase agents. We just need to increase the success chance before executing it. So we'll add in Meepom. We'll add in Trailokia Chandra. And now we just need time to go by for this to build. I'm good with just them 2 assassins, but it doesn't go up to 93%. Let's add a thug. Muzu. There you go. Now it's at 95, which is the cap. But now this will slowly go up over time, I think. Yeah, 16.6% per phase. When you add in all the buffs and debuffs. I got a 16.6% positive. And now this person. 52 days until I can fabricate a hook on her. So let's get her up to 95%. Opame would be a 21 diplomat. Outcast. Ooh, I got a couple of people who'd be 21. 3 people. One of them being my daughter. Opame is a guest. So I would prefer using Opame. But let's look at the diplomat. My daughter would be the diplomat. And then the thief. Still my daughter. Oh, my player heir is also in there. The infiltrator. My grandson here. 52 days per phase. The phase has already been moving. So if I use him, will that immediately... How far will that reduce the phase? 23 days. Okay. And now we want to get the percentage up to 95%, which again is the cap. Opame at 21 did not appear anywhere else. Just Outcast, right? Yeah, and then does she appear in Thief? No. So I'll use her as the outcast. She's a guest. So she's not technically a part of my court. Which gives me plausible deniability. And now the diplomat and the thief. I'm already using my grandson, so I would prefer not to have to use someone from my own court. At least not someone from my own family. We're at 56%, so we need 39 to reach the cap. We have 2 agent slots left that affect success chance. And so we only need, what, an average of 19 between the two of them. So I can scroll down and I don't have to use the best agent with the best score. I can scroll down and find someone with a worse score but who has less connections directly to me. Is what I would hope I could do, but Kurdi Varman here is an 18. That's for diplomat. Let's look at thief. Kurdi Varman's a 20 thief. Okay, he's better there. Shakya's my guess. He's a 20. I didn't see him in the other one. And then my daughter. Okay, so we'll use Shakya, who's a guest. He will soon leave my court and I will no longer have to care about him. I do have a non-believer secret on him, but he has 0 gold, so there's no need for me to blackmail him into giving me a hook for that secret. It's not important. We're at 76%, so we need 19 from the diplomat. So let's see. Like I said, we will try and find someone who has no connection to me. I'll take a bite to eat while I'm scrolling down. Okay, like I said, we need 19. So it's going to have to be Yongchen. Could be Sogyeol, but she has my last name. So even if she's not directly related to me, she's still of my house. So we will use Yongchen instead. That gets us to 95%. There's 23 days until the phase ends, which would give us another advantage, which would get us to 5, which means we'll be able to execute this scheme in 23 days. Meanwhile, this one, we have to wait until it slowly builds up and this success chance reaches the cap of 95. Right now it's at 35. So patience for murdering my religious leader. No patience for fabricating hooks on people to blackmail for money. Okay, and then after that, we are currently going to stop this siege from happening. Oh, my wife inspired recruitment. County of Naku gained focused recruitment. So it has 25% higher levy size for the next 10 years. Thank you, wife. He can no longer convert faith in my county. Ah, does that mean they converted? So if I look at the faith map of my kingdom, Everyone is Ari, which is my faith, except for the county of Naku. Was he not working on Naku? Was he working on a different county? I don't know. Either way, I'm going to have him convert faith in Naku. It'll take him 6 years. Meanwhile, my marshal's organizing the army because the army is raised, and organizing the army reduces the maintenance cost by a quarter of the raised army. This guy's increasing development in my capital. This guy's working on making my own courtiers like me, which is important because they all hate me. And they hate me because I'm a tyrant. And I'm a tyrant because I keep 100 dread. And I keep 100 dread, and I'm a tyrant because of the schemes I use to make money. A lot of the schemes I use to fabricate hooks on other people, even though I don't do it on people within my own court, a lot of them are things that increase tyranny and dread. So my dread has been maxed out at 100 for like decades now. That's with an S at the end. That's more than 1 decade. So let's go stop this siege. Oh, this scheme gained 5 advantages, so I can execute it now. Seize the moment. Ah, she already had something to hide. I don't have to be quite as creative with how I get her in my grip. All I have to do is let her know what I know. So I gained a weak hook on her. Murder. So she's killed someone. Okay. I see you, Mung Chang. Mung Chang? However you say her name. I see you. So now I can... She has 114 gold, so I can demand payment. She'll give me 50. Thank you very much. The hook disappears because it's a weak hook, so it can only be used once. And now I can ignore you forever. Or at least until the next time I need money. How about your son? He's a Prabhu. Ah, he only has 15. His wife only has 45. What about their liege, the Gyapo of U? He only has 8. Okay, I need to find someone new to fabricate a hook on. And I would prefer it if they had some money. So I'm gonna click around, find a leader with money, and take a bite of my food. So this means I've already used the fabricated hook scheme on her once. And so I think I cannot use one on her again for like 5 years. So she'll become available next year, but for now, I'm gonna have to skip her. Finally, one becomes available. So I'm gonna focus on success chance. And I'm gonna find some agents while my mouth is full of food. Okay, so this guy is definitely not very well liked. First and foremost, I could use his spy master, his own spy master, as the infiltrator. However, spy masters tend to not have the score that they actually say they do. So for example, let's see if this guy is the same. So he has a score of 24, which means if I use him as an infiltrator, he should reduce the amount of days per phase by 24 days. Right now, there's 109 days per phase. That's 4 months. So if I use him, that should go down to 85 days per phase. So let's have him invited. And if I look, 89 days per phase. So that means he actually only reduced the days per phase by 20 days, not 24. And I found that this only happens with spy masters. If you use someone else's spy master against them, that's when it happens. So even if I used him in one of these 3 slots, he would add an extra 4 days to the days per phase, even if someone else is an infiltrator. So for example, my grandson has a 29 score. Remember, it's 109 days per phase. His 29 score reduces it by 29 days, so now there's 80 days per phase. If I were to use this guy's spy master against them, this is no longer talking about days per phase, right? This is success chance. So he should increase success by 44%. But remember, there's 80 days per phase. So if I use him, now there's 84 days per phase. So regardless of where I use him, he will add 4 days to the phase. So he will lower this person's score by 4. Regardless of who this person is, whether it's someone else or whether it's him himself, this score will be reduced by 4. And so that's why I tend not to use the people's spy masters against them. So now let's look at the infiltrator. See if I can't use someone else. I could use his own woman against him, but she would reduce it only by 19 days, and then I cannot use her anywhere else. But I saw earlier that she would be a 46 outcast, so she would increase success chance by 46%. Which means then I could use the Petty Kingdom of Limbuan. Is that where he's from? Yes, he is. He's the Prabhu of Limbuan. So if I use one of his own vassals as the thief, and then the diplomat will be not his spy master. The diplomat will be... I guess I could use my guest if I don't find someone else. I could use the vassal here as the diplomat. Or I could use his steward. 14 and 13. What about as thief? What were they? 29 and 28. Okay, so it's only a 1 difference. Steward seems more like a diplomat, so I'll use the steward as the diplomat. He was 13. There he is. So his own steward is the diplomat. Then the thief can be one of his vassals. And now I only need 18% from the outcast. So I don't have to use his woman here. Instead, I can use his woman, who I believe she was the 3rd best. Oh no, she's not. She's not really one of the best, but she's the best non-member of my court infiltrator. So I'll use her here, which will only reduce the days per phase by 90. But remember, the best I could reduce it to was 80. And his spy master would add 4 days. So it's really only a 10-day difference between using her or using my own grandson. And it doesn't really affect the game, but for roleplay purposes, I would like agents and schemes against other foreign powers to not be members of my family, 1, or of my court, 2. Just for roleplay purposes, like I said, I do like to try and roleplay out my decisions in the game. Opama here is a guest, so even though she's in my court, she's not of my court. Dominic, hello, welcome back. Doodlebubs, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so Opame, in my court, but not of my court, she will be the outcast. That gets me up to the 95% cap. And so now we will wait 90 days before we can execute that scheme. Because my intrigue stat is so high, It's at 37. I begin each scheme with 4 advantages right off the bat. Usually, if you're not an entry character, this will be 0. And then each phase will give you 1 advantage. That's what this key icon is for. They're for advantages. But because I start with 4, I really only need, if I can get it up to 95% right off the bat, I only need 1 phase to go by before I can execute it. And because I can fabricate hooks, and then because I can demand payments for hooks, this is the best combination I have found in the game. At least when you want to make money. That's why I have 402 gold. Even after spending a lot. This one, however, did not start at 95. It started at 35 and it slowly builds to 95. So I have to be patient with this one. I guess I can reduce the days per phase. Right now it's at 42. If I use... Let's use artist here. That gets me to 0, so the next phase will begin. And every 5 advantages, you get a bonus. So at 5 advantages, you get no bonuses. But if you get 10 advantages before you execute the scheme, you'll get a 5% bonus to your success chance. And so even though he's not at 95% right off the bat, at the very least, as I wait for that to slowly build, I'll also gain advantages. Welcome, Doodlebubs. Oh, looks like I did break the siege. Now the question is, can I catch them? Let's change my commander to Mipam, who has the organizer trait, which gives me a 10% boost to my army movement speed. So let's see if I can catch up to them. And then right before I catch them, I have to remember to change my commander. Oh, looks like it was too late. But that's fine. We do outnumber them. We have negative advantages, so I don't like that. And my men-at-arms are being countered by their men-at-arms. So if we didn't outnumber them, we'd probably lose. We are outnumbering them, though, so we are winning. And this is the same event again, where she wants me to pay for a hook. I say no, and the person I said no to will like me more. So there's no reason we should not be. Let me close this first. Okay, so I gained 30 advantages, 30 opinion from her. This time, Zazu here, who I believe is the daughter of my niece. Yeah, daughter of my niece. She is screaming at me. Calls me a vile swine. The unprovoked anger expressed by her came as a complete surprise. She has been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this? That even she struggles, it's calming. So for some reason I like people yelling at me. It makes me lose stress. I only had 7, and I now have lost 23. So I am in negative stress, as I should be. And then this, I think we're about to win. Yep. Our champion killed one of their champions. And now, while they're retreating, I will go unsiege this location. And then there they go retreating. Meanwhile, the battle here, we had 154 losses. They had 283. Let me see. Did they lose? Yeah, Kenchak over here was killed. Oh, another event. See, this event just keeps happening. Every 3 months it happens. So now Deki gains 30 opinion of me. I did see that notification, though, during the battle that this knight of theirs got killed. So that's nice. Meanwhile, I saw we can seize the moment with who? With him. So we will execute this scheme, seize the moment with 5 advantages. Like I said, every 5. So if you had 10, you'd get a bonus. If you had 15, you'd get a 10% bonus. And if you had 20, you'd get a 15% bonus to your success chance. But 5 is enough, because I'm already at the 95% cap. A daring rescue. Would it not be wonderful if he owed me, not out of fear, but out of gratitude? If I, for example, were to save him from vicious bandits while he was out traveling? Indeed, vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside the castle gate? I would charge in with my guards at the last moment, driving them off and leaving Galijunga in a life debt to me. So I don't like this event, because, so simple yet so convincing, it cost me 50 because I have to pay the bandits to act in this scene. So it cost me 50, And unless they're an emperor or a king, the max I can make from someone by demanding payment for the hook is 50. So what ends up happening with this is that I end up breaking even. Especially since it's a weak hook and I can only use it once. So yeah, now I can take 50 from him. Let me see, is there anyone else who has become available? Nope. So I can take 50 from him. And what has ended up happening is that I wasted 4 months of time. I didn't make any money. I just wasted time. So now I have to find someone else. I would like to find someone from his own family just as payback. What about his mother? His mother has 136 gold. And she's insane. And I've already used the hook on her. And it's a strong hook. Okay, so I can use it again in the year 962. Okay, so I have taken advantage of her family enough. So let's find the next person that we're going to blackmail. I'll click around and then I'll take another bite of food while I'm doing so. She has 511 gold, so I'm definitely gonna blackmail her. Let me look for some agents while I finish the food in my mouth. Okay, so she's not very well liked either, because I have a bunch of members of her court. Like I said, I'm not going to use her spy master for the reasons I just explained. So for infiltrator, I'll use her Thakor, which I believe is her religious leader. No, it's her husband, because her title is Thakurani. And she rules the Thekana of Lunza. Lunza is the name of the place. Thekana is the title. What is Thekana? It's a county title. Okay. Independent county. Actually, I didn't check if it was independent. No, I did check. It is independent. Okay. So, her husband is willing to be my infiltrator. Perfect position for someone of his position. And then the thief. Like I said, I'm not going to use the spy master. But I think thief can be the last position I check, because I saw some very high scores in Outcast and Diplomat. So the Marshal is a 36 Diplomat. As long as he's not the best Outcast, he will be my Diplomat. And again, we're not using the Spy Master. So who is the best Outcast? One of her courtiers. So she can be the Outcast. That gets me to 57%. The Diplomat will be her own Marshal. That will get me up to 93%. And now I only need a score of 2 for the thief, and I have not used a single member of my house or my court as agents. How long have you been playing Crusader Kings 3? February was when I started, I believe. So it's been 8 months now. Before I started, though, I did watch a couple hundred hours of other people playing, and that's what actually motivated me to start streaming in the first place, was me watching other people's YouTube videos and other people's streams of Crusader Kings 3. So like I said, I'm not going to use the Spy Master, and I'm not going to use members of my house or members of my court, and I only need a score of 2, so I can skip over my guest for now. If I cannot find anyone else, I'll use him, but I can skip over him for now. See if we cannot find someone better. Oh, her own daughter. That's gotta sting. I'm using her husband and one of her 3 daughters. She only has 3 daughters. She is really not well liked, Miss Sangapai. Sangapai. Sangapai? I don't know where the emphasis is. Oh, her nickname is the Butcher. That explains it, I guess. Don't worry, my family doesn't like me either. I'm quite the tyrant as well. Yeah, let's use her daughter. She'll be the thief. Oh, she's naked. Skip that. Yeah, so now 64 days from now, we'll get 5 advantages and we should be able to execute this scheme. 8 days until the next phase of this one. It's already at 95%. I don't even know how it happened, but I will wait the next 8 days just so that we can get 10 advantages. Let's see. We are currently unsieging this place. It will take 4 months before I can return it back to my control. So let's let these 8 days go by. Now we have 10 advantages. 68 courtier. Well, 70 if we count these two people. Gained the administrative courtier trait. And that's because I switched my court focus to administration. And so that is nice. What does it do again? +1 stewardship to all 70 of these people. Which one? Oh, this one. Execute. And now instead of seizing the moment, we can execute with confidence. As you can see here, the scheme gains 5% to its final success chance. Now, I don't know if that means, because 95% is the cap, and I am at the cap. So I don't know if this bonus means on top, like if you can go past the cap with the bonus. So I don't know if with this 5% I become 100% or not. Someone who knows more about this game than I will have to explain that to me, but it doesn't hurt. Like, it doesn't mean -5% from the cap, so if +5 is +5, even if it actually is +0. Like I said, it doesn't hurt. So we will execute with confidence. Healthy Eater. It took weeks to lay the foundations for my plan. A poisoned dish fit for a man of his stature. Ever the fool, Chodron proved unable to smell the poison past the tainted duck's bed of exotic herbs. Clearly didn't notice the deadly bitterness till it was already far, far too late. Thankfully, though there will always be whispers, my involvement in the crime remains unknown. Must have been something he ate. I do lose 40 stress because I'm callous. So I like watching people die, I guess. People who are callous in real life might, take offense to that, but it's what the game says. Okay, so he's dead. I unpaused and paused just so we can get a new realm priest. He doesn't like me, as most people in my court don't. And now, 18 learning. I don't care if he doesn't like me. Where is he? Where did he go? There he is. 18 learning. Insane, irrational zealot. Okay, so he's gluttonous, but he's wrathful. Wait, he has 4 titles? Oh, these are the temples within my own land. Okay. That makes sense. But I like that. He's 18 learning. So remember, it was going to take 6 years to convert the county for the last guy? This guy will only take 3 years. And that is why higher stats are always better. Oh, maybe not always, but... He has 438 gold. Ooh, if only I could blackmail him. But I can't. Because I think he uses that gold to pay taxes. Although for some reason he does not. They do not pay taxes to me at the moment. I don't know why. Did I finish here? No. Because that scheme has opened up, I can now fabricate a hook on someone else. So let me click around again. Find someone else to fabricate a hook on. Take a bite of my food while I do so. Now let's look for some agents. Okay, so for her, just like the last two times, her Spy Master will be available. But because of what I explained earlier, I do not like using Spy Masters. So we will not use him. Oh wait, I thought he was available. Why does he refuse? Does he? Can they refuse individuals' roles, but still be part of the scheme? Oh, I thought I saw. Oh, maybe it was someone else's Spy Master that I saw. In which case, I can use them. As long as they are not the target's own Spy Master, then it doesn't matter if they're a Spy Master for someone else or not. Alright, enjoy your dinner, Doodle Bubs. See you next time. I'm currently enjoying my dinner as well, between bouts of not talking. Okay, so the wife, I believe, she's a 34 infiltrator. Can I fill everything else with enough to get to 95% without using her? That is the question. So let's try it. For the outcast, I believe I saw his Marshal was in here somewhere. She's a 17. But for Diplomat, the Marshal will be 23. And it's the Marshal and Thief. I don't think I saw the Marshal and Thief. Oh yeah, she's a 26 Thief. Okay. So she would be best as a Thief. And then Outcast. I need 34%. So I could use the wife as, and then I wouldn't need the other. But I think I can use her as an infiltrator instead. And then I need 17 from each of the Outcast and Diplomat, which I think would be easier to do. Again, I said I think will be easier to do. Okay, what about Diplomat? Oh, my nephew finally took over Tsang. That's nice to see. So that's a kingdom. Tsang is a kingdom, right? Yeah, it's a kingdom title, which means for my renown, yes, I'm making 5.8 per month because I have 2 kings. So I'm getting +2 from that. Myself being obviously one of the kings. But now I've got a second king in my family. Yeah, so me. And now he also adds. And I'm getting some from hostages. How old is this hostage anyways? 14. So he should be getting sent off pretty soon. Back to Aksay. But that's a distraction. We were doing agents. Diplomat. Do we have someone who's high in the Diplomat's score? It doesn't look like we do. Okay, in that case, I guess we're gonna have to use his wife as the Diplomat. And that gets me to 95%. So we don't need an Outcast, and instead, the Infiltrator will have to be someone else. Right now we're at 111 days per phase. She was going to give us 34. My daughter will give us 24. My other daughter will give us 21. Do I have to use one of my daughters? Sogya will give us 21, but she's also of my house. My nephew is a king, so let's not use him. Yeah, this is why I was holding off, because I wanted to use her as the Infiltrator because of how low the scores are over here. Let's see. Is there anyone here who's not of my house or my family? Even if they're my court, that's fine. $16. The score's just so low. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep it as is. And then I'm going to use Yongten over here. It's only going to reduce it by 15 days, but we only have one phase So 3 months, 96 days. That's fine. I can wait. Three messages. Ah, her strong hook has become available again. She has 81 gold, so I can demand 50 gold from her. Thank you very much. I'll see you again in 5 years. Or will expire before that. Doesn't look like it will, so I'll see you again in 5 years. Miss Gadoon. And then, has anything else become available? These are family members. The hook I have on them is a House of Head hook. Or Head of House hook. I said it backwards. Yeah, so because I'm the head of their house, that gives me a hook on every member of my house. So I'm not going to use that hook to demand payments, because then that hook disappears. And I'd like to have that hook. So that's it for now. We will continue the siege and also wait for these 54 days. 3 months is 90 days, so this one should activate first. I'll take another bite of food while we wait. Oh, before I do that, I paused because a betrothal became available. With your permission, my dear uncle, with your permission, I would like to betroth your granddaughter, the thoughtful Took. My dear uncle, I would like to marry your granddaughter. Another way to say that is, I would like to marry my niece. We're not doing that, no. There's a 0.9% risk of their children being inbred. That is a very high risk, without even factoring in that you are delicate to begin with, which is a negative congenital trait. Like, this is a stupid idea. I don't know who gave that to you, but no, we're not doing that. Let's continue. Let's wait for time. Let me take a bite of food. Okay, so this little girl is my great-granddaughter. I will give her the first cultural name that repeats. It was Nitri. Nitri? Nitri. I think it's Nitri. May you grow strong and wise, and you are a genius, so that's nice. Or you're intelligent, not a genius. Let me pause. Inspired person can be sponsored to create an artifact. One of my courtiers. Okay. This lady, she's my guest. What are her stats? Not bad. Not great, but not bad. She has a daughter. She is very competent at her craft. She wants to make scale armor. Fund her with 98 gold. She'll gain 40 opinion of me. She's at plus 13 now, but that's because she's not in my court. So my being a tyrant doesn't affect her. But as soon as I recruit her, it will. So let's sponsor. Gained 40 opinion of me. But it'll go down by 1.2 per year. I gave her 98 gold. But now she's at minus 47 opinion of me. Because now, the fact that I'm a tyrant does affect her. And that is a minus 100 modifier for everyone. This is why no one in my court likes me. Because I am a tyrant a lot. I do that a lot. But yeah, 14 months for her to fill up this bar, 0 out of 10 at the moment. 75% chance of progressing each month. So I guess if you do the math, that's like 7.5 score after 10 months. Well, we have 14 months available, so we might get to 100%. Who knows? I certainly don't. Okay, the siege has 2 months. The hook has 30 days, which is 1 month. Oh. Inspiration, someone to impress. Lately, my efforts to impress have fallen flat. My friendship with Hong is still standing on shaky ground. Hong is my hostage, right? Yes. He's got a -40 opinion of me. Guillermo Nazila, which is my wife, still rejects me. But she's got a +78 opinion of me. It's a mess. However, I've got a brilliant idea. I'll have my beneficiary, Go Bahar here, who's making the armor, add a dedication to the masterpiece she is making. The flattered dedicatee will be deeply touched by my generosity and munificence, whatever that means, and will have no choice but to like me more. Crusader Kings likes to use words like that I have no idea what it means. Let me Google. Munificence. The quality or action of being lavishly generous, great generosity. Lavishly generous. And lavishly means in a sumptuously rich, elaborate, or luxurious manner. And what was munificence? Being lavishly generous. Okay. So that's what all of that means. So now who do I dedicate it to? My wife loves me already. And I'm about to die, so I don't care if people like me or not. If I give it to Hong, he'll gain 20 opinion and becomes my friend. If I were a younger man, this would be important because Hong is 14. He's the son of the leader of Aksay, which is our biggest neighbor in the area. And so once he turns 16, I would stop him from being a hostage. I would send him back to Aksay and I would cause havoc within their borders. But I'm too old for that. I'm 74. I'm not going to live long enough to see all of that. So I'll find other ways to impress whoever I want. No need for dedications. Meanwhile, a betrothal came through as well. Ah, yes. 3 years have gone by since we started this stream. Oh my. So now they can get married. It does give us an alliance with Bayin, which is an independent county. But he's also the spy master of a duke of Liangzhou. And this is my player heir. So as soon as I die, I start playing as him. So that alliance will be with me for a while. Send the proposal to the implacable Gyalpo Sumnang of Kirong. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Excellent. So now my player heir is married. She's an analytic lackey. That's great. She can be my son's lackey. He is a resentful opportunist. Yeah, so he doesn't really have anything he's great at. I mean, he studied intrigue, and his intrigue is his highest stat, but he doesn't have anything he's great at. Stubborn increases his stewardship and gives him a small health boost. Patient increases his learning. And brave increases his martial and prowess. So it's very spread out. His personalities are very spread out in which stat they improve. Which is why I wanted his wife to have very high stats. She's a 4-star Midas touched. Wow, okay. I like it. That hook is house head. Okay. So that is great. That's one son down. Are my other sons... He's betrothed. Are my daughters good? Yeah, I mean, they're old, so they should be. 38, 23. And then my son. And then my other daughter, 19. She's married. And then it's Konchuk. Okay. And he's already betrothed. So after him is Takma. He needs a spouse. He has a crush on the daughter of my nephew. My nephew is his cousin. So he has a crush on the daughter of his cousin, who has already betrothed herself to... What? Ugh. My family has all this incest going on, and I can't. Wait. Are they siblings? No, that can't be right. Hold on a second. His father is her. Her father is him. Okay. Their fathers are brothers. That's why I was confused. Never mind. I mean, it's still weird, but never mind. Where was I? Takma, who has a crush that will not be realized. Therefore, I must betroth you to someone who is intelligent. That way your children will be born geniuses. Maybe. They'll definitely be guaranteed to be born intelligent. And then they might have a chance to be geniuses. Wow. Okay. There are no intelligent women around. Only 3 intelligent little girls. That's unfortunate. What about if I just look at every single woman in the world available to me? 461 characters, some of all skills. And the young ones who have uncommonly good skills for their age. Shamin. And they're both paranoid. But no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, he's already got his 3 personalities. That's nice. He's already 15, so he still needs 1 more year before he becomes an adult and loses his childhood trait of bossy. Wait, I have to pay attention to him soon to get him married. But that son is married now, so that's nice. This one has 24 days. This one has 96 days. And then I got a siege, don't I? This one has 56 days. Okay, let's continue. Oh wait, I got one message. Nope. And we continue. Wait, what are these guys doing? They're still retreating. Okay, we continue. Another, my granddaughter-in-law here. So another great-grandson. Oh, and he got both traits. He's got my grandson's quick and my granddaughter-in-law's comely. Oh, but she's also quick. Yes. So their children, my great-granddaughter had quick, and now my great-grandson has intelligent and comely. So you can say she inherited quick from her father. He inherited his mother's quick and comely, and his father's quick. So when 2 quicks combine, they become intelligent. So 1 candle plus 1 candle equals 3 candles for some reason. So like I said, we will choose the first name of our culture that repeats. I will take a bite while we wait. And of course, as soon as I took the bite, the very first name repeated. So we'll go with Gefel. Yangmo became an adult. She's in my court, so I can marry her to bring someone very highly skilled into my court. Let's look at my console. 28, 24, 30, 23. That's good enough. If we look at our military and check out our champions, 32, 27, 32, 25, 23, 21. They are also very skilled. It's only a 2-year difference. Muzu is older. That's why I did not use him. And then for this one, wow, he's 64. I have no successors. Okay, prowess is 8 or above, and they are either stubborn, diligent, temperate, organizer, overseer. Stubborn, diligent, temperate, organizer, overseer. Okay. So we will go back to Yang Mo, find her a spouse, sort by, no, they're fertile, that's fine. Sort by prowess. And now we will go through, what do I need? I need stubborn, diligent, temperate. Those are the personality traits. And I need organizer, overseer. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. Stubborn. Oh, there's temperate. Nawang. Ah, but he's scaly. That's unfortunate. Do I care? That is the question. Oh, he's really more of a steward than a fighter. We'll put a pin in him and go back. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. Stubborn, diligent? He's 59. That's not. Did I miss a diligent? I forgot the diligent was a hammer. Okay. Doesn't look like I did. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. Stubborn. He's 43. I need someone young. Stubborn, diligent. Diligent, but he's 51. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. We're going to be here a while. We've already been here a while. He's 47, so he's too old. Ah, he's 24 and he's temperate. Arrogant and sadistic, but I don't care. She's not my daughter. His prowess is 14. His martial's only 12, so he's not really that good. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. He's not as good as the guy we put a pin in. I remember him. Stubborn, diligent, 36. Only 3 martial. What about your prowess? 14. Yeah, we're down to the 14s now. If you're not going to be a fighter, you might as well have something else that's good. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. Ah! Wait, this is me. I was about to say 37 intrigue is amazing, but no, that's me. Let's see here. Stubborn, diligent. Wow, I didn't realize that I was stubborn. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. Way is 44. This is content. Stubborn, diligent, temperate. There's 315, so I can keep scrolling for a while. This guy has 16 diplomacy. But we're down to 12 in prowess. Okay, let's go back up to that guy. What was his name? I don't remember his name. Mipang, I think? Nawang was his name. He's scaly. But he's got 18 prowess. 14 Marshal, although he's a steward. Oh, this is my vassal. I was going to say he's a steward, so he might not want to leave his position, but this is my vassal's steward. That's fine. Matrilineal, of course. Wait, he's already a member of a house. She is lowborn. And he will still accept a matrilineal marriage. You know what? Fine. Let you two be married. Even if you're not in my court, that's fine. And now we will unpause. She gained Thrifty Clerk, which was 2-star stewardship. Word travels far. The harumphing of a horse startles me. A charger born champion trots his steed in my direction. Kya posumna, is that you? He bows his head respectfully. I come seeking a child. Hong. He is under your care, is he not? I nod as my watchful guards approach. Have no fear, I am renowned in my own right, but word of your Hong's talent spreads like wildfire. I would be honored to make his acquaintance and perhaps help nurture his promise. Train him? Wonderful idea. And he gains the Hasteluder trait, while also gaining 28 experience. Or perhaps he could even be persuaded to stay, and he joins my court, and Hong's prowess increases by 1. How good are you? Okay, you're not bad. Rapacious Opportunist. 21 Marshal is really good, but only 6 prowess, so you've wasted the Marshal. And Brave gives you +3 to prowess to begin with. Ambitious gives you +1 to prowess, so that's +4 from your personality. So you only had a base of 2 to begin with. It's not good. Yeah, I'll have you train him. I don't really care for you to be here. I'll have you train Hong Erzu. You know what I just realized? When I send him back, even though it'll be past time for me, when he causes chaos up here in Axe, but it should be beneficial for my player heir. And oh, I cannot arrange a marriage for hostages. That makes sense. When I think about it, that does make sense. Okay. I was going to marry him to one of my daughters, but that's fine. Let's continue on. The siege is sieging. And the schemes are scheming. 3 days. Okay, so now I can execute this scheme. Seize the moment. Ooh, let's censor this nipple. Yeah, so she's naked, and while she's getting naked in her room, I send in a troop of jugglers and make sure there are enough servants around the area that they can spread the rumors. Send in the entertainers. I spend 150 prestige, gain a weak hook on her. Okay, she has 500 gold, so I can demand payment. I like that one because it just costs me prestige. I don't have to gain tyranny or dread, and I don't have to pay 50 gold. So that's actually one of my favorites schemes. Except for the fact that, you know, I have to censor the nip. So thank you for the 50. And now I have one more hostile slot open, so I can find someone else to scheme against. Oh, she is naked. Oh, the other daughter's naked as well. Okay, let's just move away from that area. Let's find someone in the north to try and blackmail. I'll take another bite of my food while I'm at it. So his chancellor and religious leader, who happens to also be the personal doctor. So the personal doctor and religious leader, and his chancellor, both, and his marshal. Okay, so are they available in all three slots? The chancellor is a 35 diplomat. They are not available as the thief. Okay. Are they available? No. Okay, so the chancellor will be the diplomat. That usually works out. Chancellors usually make best diplomat and then are barely scoring when it comes to other roles. So she can be the diplomat. She is his chancellor. So I'm at 70% already. I only need 25 from the outcast and the thief, which means I should be able to use this guy as the infiltrator. So instead of 99 days per phase, now it's only 61 days per phase, 2 months. And now we need 25% from both the thief and the outcast. So that's about 12 and a half on average. So, I think what was it? I thought I saw someone else, but I cannot find them. Were they in thief only? Ah, yes, the marshal. He's in thief only. So that's 22%. So we only need 3% from the cap of 95. So let's look through the list of outcasts to find someone not of my court or of my house to use as an outcast. And right as I do so, I see Opame here, one of my guests, at 21. But we'll try and find someone from his court. And if we can't, then we'll use Opame. So I'll take a bite while we scroll down. Okay, she is not from his court, but she's not from mine either. She's from another court. So I will use her unless... I'll keep scrolling just to see if I can find someone from his court, but it looks like she's the one I'm going to use. Against all odds, we found someone from his court. Like I said, we only need 3 to reach the cap of 95%. And he has a score of 5, so he is more than enough. Some might even say he's overkill at a score of 5. But yeah, let's use him. That gets us up to 95. And now this scheme will be executable in 61 days, this one in 42 days, and this siege in 32. Okay, so we got a month. Let me look at the war score. We did win that one battle, so that gives us a plus 38%. We do not hold Naku, so that loses us 11. And the ticking war score is slowly going down against us because we do not hold the war target, which is Naku. Yeah, so as soon as we take it, this will reset to 0, and this should go up to 11% for us. We're already at 38, so that'll mean it'll go up to 49, I believe. Oh, Yangmo's marriage. Okay. I was thinking what this was about. And this is finding secrets in my own court for my wife. Okay. And I'm not paying for hooks, so now she likes me 30 more. She's already at plus 78, which means... Let me pause. Let me look at my wife. Where do I look at my wife? No. Family, right? This is children, parents, Second. Oh, she's right next to me. Duh. Okay. I was completely tunnel vision down here. Yeah, so she's at 100 now. Meanwhile, the siege is at 20 days left. Chumarho's under siege. Ah, they retreated up here and then they decided to stay here. How long? I mean, this siege ends in 5 days, so I'm not going to abandon it, but 3 months. Can I make it up there in 3 months? I don't know if I can. Let's see, 5 days. Ah, my daughter Sanya gave birth to a daughter. First name that repeats, cultural name. Let me take another bite while we sort through them. Go Karma. I'm sure before that, it felt like there were a couple names that I thought might have repeated, and then I just could not register them. But I know for a fact Go Karma repeated, so. Yidongma? No. Go Karma? Yes. Oh, she didn't get any. I control Naku. She didn't get any. My daughter married my champion. My champion has no stats. Oh, okay. She also has no stats. That's why they didn't. That's why Go Karma's there. With no personality. Not personality. What's it called? Congenital. With no congenital trait. That's unfortunate. Let's go break the siege of Chumarho. 3 months. How long will this trip take? Does it tell me? He's the organizer, so he helps my movement speed. It says 2 months. Okay. So I think we'll get it there in time to break the siege. Meanwhile, this scheme has a week left. Okay, now we can execute it. Seize the moment. Barbaric but effective. This is the one that maxes out my dread. So yeah, instead of coming up with some, intricate scheme, why worry when I can simply coerce him into doing my bidding? A few strongmen and ominously worded letters should do it. So I just threaten him to give me a hook. Yeah, so that is an act of tyranny. So all my subjects lose 4 opinion of me. That's why they're at minus 100 opinion of me, because I'm a tyrant. It's because of this. There have been a lot of minus 4s, and they add up. I also gained 41 dread, and that's what has kept me maxed out at 100 dread. Because this scheme is the one that appears the most. I don't know if there's a personality reason for why this scheme appears the most. Maybe it has something to do with my character's personality, or my character stats, or if it's just RNG. But for some reason, this is the scheme that appears the most for me. At least with this character. I don't remember with my previous character which one appeared the most. But yeah, let's compose some letters. He loses 30 opinion to me. I don't care because you have 122 gold. And I'm going to make it so you only have 72 gold because I will take that 50. Here it is. This 50. Alright, so that hook disappears. So that's it. I'm done with you. But there was another 50 here that I almost pressed. And that's because this one is a strong hook that has become available. Because he's a cannibal. And I know it. And no one else knows it. So give me 50 gold or everyone else will know it. Thank you very much. And now I have a slot for fabricating a hook opened up again. Another hostile scheme, which is me fabricating hooks to make money. See, I'm already at 467 gold. When I started this stream, I believe, if I remember correctly, I was at 420. So we lose 6.5 gold per month because my army is raised. With that, I have gained 47 gold in the hour and a half I've been streaming. And that's all thanks to me fabricating hooks and blackmailing people for payments, or demanding payment for the hooks. And that's why entry characters are semi-broken in this game. So yeah, let me click around, find the next target. I'll take another bite to eat while I do so. So her chancellor is also her master of the hunt. He's willing to get involved. Her religious leader is also her personal doctor. He's willing to get involved. So just those two alone should be enough. And her marshal is willing to be involved. She is not very well liked. That's for sure. At least you're more well liked than the guy. No, the lady who I was able to use her husband and her daughter. So you're more well liked than her. You can rejoice in that fact. Yeah, so her chancellor and master of the hunt is a 40. Let's see. Can I use him as the infiltrator? Or, yeah. She looks like 41 thief. She might be best there. Oh, she's a 41 diplomat as well. But the chancellor is a 41 diplomat too. And then, what was the other person I saw? Was it her marshal? Yeah, so for thief, it's going to be her marshal. Because I don't think the thief appears anywhere else. She's a 25 thief. 27 diplomat. Yeah, the chancellor is only a 15 outcast. Which makes sense, because the chancellor is like the biggest diplomat. No way for the biggest diplomat will be an outcast, because he's very diplomatic. Comes with the job. Okay, so diplomat 41 and 41. Thief. So she'll be the thief. She's a 41 here. And then if I use the diplomat as the infiltrator, the chancellor, it'll go from 109 days to 69 days. And then I need 19% from these two. But her marshal is already a 27 diplomat. So I won't even need an outcast, and I will reach 95%. Okay, so I was able to use her own consul against her. And I don't need anyone else. Her marshal, her religious leader, and her chancellor. So that's 3 months, aka 69 days. This one is 18 days. And this travel path is 3 months. And I believe I'm going to leave it here for today. Because I'm starting to get hungry and I shouldn't say I'm starting to get hungry. My hunger has not been abated. And my plate is just sitting here tempting me next to me, and I cannot eat it while I'm talking to you guys. So I'm going to leave the stream here for today. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been a while since the last time I played Crusader Kings 3, so if you forgot what happened previously in this playthrough, like I mentioned earlier, or was that in the previous stream? But I did mention at some point today that I upload all of my streams onto my YouTube channel. So you can check out what has happened previously during this playthrough, or you can check out my previous playthrough. They're all on my YouTube channel. Or if you're a fan of my Madden playthroughs, you can also check those out there. I mean, I don't know. You probably aren't. But in case, check out my YouTube channel. I have all of my streams uploaded there. So check me out there. I also have an Instagram channel where I post whenever I'm going live. So next time I go live, you'll be able to see me you'll be able to see the notification if you follow me on my Instagram or on my Twitter or on my YouTube. In the community post, I also post when I'm going live. So My YouTube and my Instagram are the same as my Twitch. It's at A Squared Gamer. My Twitter, however, is at A Squared GMR because gamer was taken. So remove the A and the E, and it's at A Squared GMR. So yeah, give me a follow if you'd like to be notified whenever I go live. I post religiously before I go live on all three of those platforms: Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you're subscribed to one of those, or if you follow me on one of those, you will get the notification if it works. I don't actually know if it worked or not because I myself am not signed up to be notified if my favorite streamer or my favorite YouTuber or my whatever Twitter follower I have, if they post something. So I don't actually know if those work, but if they do, you'll be able to see it because I always post before stream. So that'll do it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm glad you guys decided to hang out. Enjoy some Crusader Kings 3. Like I said, next time I go live, if you follow me on one of those platforms, you'll get the notification. It'll probably be next weekend. Today's Sunday, so Friday at the earliest will be my next stream because I have to start, it's the beginning of the work week. But thank you everyone for watching. I think I've said that like 4 times now. Yeah, so I guess that's a sign that it's time for me to go. I'll see you guys all next time. Thanks for hanging out.